Welcome back to In English podcast channel. Today, I'm not here to teach you English. I'm here to wake your voice up. Because let me ask you something honestly. How long have you been learning English? 1 year? 5 years? 10 years? And yet, when someone speaks to you in English, your heart beats fast. Your mouth opens, and nothing comes out. You know the words. You understand the meaning. But your voice disappears. Today, that stops. Because the problem is not your English. The problem is how you're training. And by the end of this episode, you will understand exactly why you can't speak. What nobody ever explained to you. And how to finally unlock your real spoken English starting today. So don't skip this. Don't listen passively. This episode can change how you speak forever. Part 1: The big lie you were told about English. Let's begin with a truth that might shock you. You were lied to. You were told that if you learn enough grammar, if you memorize enough vocabulary, if you watch enough English videos, one day, speaking will magically happen. But look at your life. You've learned more. Yet you speak less. Why? Because speaking is not knowledge. Speaking is a physical skill. English is not just in your brain. English lives in your mouth. Your lips. Your tongue. Your jaw. Your breath. And no one ever trained them. Think about it. You don't learn swimming by watching YouTube. You don't build muscles by reading fitness books. So why do you expect your mouth to speak fluently? When you never trained it. That's why you freeze. That's why you panic. That's why your voice shakes. Not because you're weak. Not because you're bad. Because you were trained wrong. Part 2: Why you understand English but can't speak. Let me explain something very important. Understanding English is passive. Speaking English is active. Most learners only train one side. They listen. They read. They watch. But speaking requires movement. When you try to speak, your brain says, I know this. But your mouth says, I've never done this. So your system crashes. That's why you translate. That's why you pause. That's why your confidence dies. Fluency doesn't come from knowing more. It comes from doing more, out loud. Part 3: The 5-minute daily speaking reset. Now listen carefully. You do not need hours. You do not need perfect pronunciation. You do not need confidence first. You need 5 minutes of correct daily practice. Here's the system. Step 1: Wake your mouth up 1 minute. Before English, your mouth is in your native language mode. So wake it up. Roll your lips. Stretch your tongue. Open your jaw. Take deep breaths. This tells your body. Now we speak English. Step 2: Mirror speaking, 1 minute. Stand in front of a mirror. Say one simple sentence. I am learning to speak English confidently. Look at your face. Look at your eyes. Own your voice. This kills fear. This builds presence. Step 3: Shadow speaking, 2 minutes. Listen to one short English clip. Repeat immediately. Same speed. Same rhythm. Same emotion. Not perfect. Just real. This builds automatic fluency. Step 4: Speed loop, 1 minute. Say the same sentence. Slow. Normal. Fast. Your mouth learns flexibility. Your brain stops overthinking. That's it. 5 minutes. Every day. No excuses. Part 4, Why Fluent Speakers Sound Different. Now let me reveal something important. Fluent speakers don't speak words. They speak music. They don't say, I am going to work. They say, I'm gonna work. Sound flows. Words connect. Speech moves. Fluency is rhythm, not perfection. If you speak smoothly, people think, wow, good English. Even if your grammar isn't perfect. So stop breaking sentences. Start flowing. Part 5, Train emotion, not just language. Here's another secret. Fear blocks fluency. If your brain is scared, your mouth shuts down. So don't practice like a student. Practice like an actor. Say sentences with emotion. Happy. Angry. Excited. Confident. Your brain forgets fear. Your voice becomes alive. English is emotion in sound. Not rules on paper. Part 6, Repetition the right way. Repetition is powerful. But only if done correctly. Not robotic. Not boring. Repeat with clarity, flow, emotion, speed, real situations. One sentence. 5 ways. Every day. That's how fluency becomes permanent. Part 7, The Final Truth, very important. Let me be honest with you now. If you don't speak, nothing will change. You can watch 1,000 videos, buy 100 courses, save 10,000 notes. But if your mouth stays silent, your English stays trapped. Fluency doesn't come from motivation. It comes from training. Daily. Awkward. Imperfect. Out loud. And one day, people will say, you speak English so confidently. They won't see the practice. But you'll know. So say this with me right now. I choose to speak. I choose to train. I choose progress over fear. Your English is not broken. It's just waiting for your voice. Train it. Use it. Own it. And remember, the most fluent people are not the smartest. They are the ones who refuse to stay silent. See you in the next episode of In English Podcast channel.